went to a pumpkin patch for the first time in I don't know how many years. When's the last time?
Interesting. Okay. I just went there to pick up my daughter now.
Yeah. You were like, and I won't be participating.
Yeah, she went with a friend. Yeah. I all I can say, and I'll let you get to yours, is all I can look at, and I was very acutely aware because I'm like, I am studying mode. Like, without their permission, I'm just going to study. And a good 9 out of 10 adult males all had the look of, why, God? Why?
Yeah, there's not enough pumpkin spice rum in the world to make them drunk enough to have you be.
It just, the look of abject terror and of knowing what's going to happen. They got their family running around, kids going crazy, and you just see them like, guys, just get in the jar. You line up. And I'm like, oh, you poor son of a bitch.
Yeah, something about a pumpkin patch drives a family into chaos. There is no order.
No.
It's ADD central.
I feel like that is the area where you go to see, like, where are the cracks in your family?
This is where you find out if you're really a unit or not. Are we going to survive the apocalypse? If we can't handle pumpkins, how are we going to handle zombies?
I brought my traveling therapist with us to help us along here.
This is pure madness. This family will never survive.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I feel like the pumpkin patch is because you haven't. So if you do the church marriage, you have this counseling with the priest, and they go over and they actually have you take a test to see if you're compatible.
You're telling me a guy who may or may have not molested children in his profession is going to tell me if I'm fit for marriage or not?
Well, he measured and made sure the size of the hole was ready, and told me if I was good to go or not.
I feel like those priests only do that to like look at the couple and be like, are their kids going to be doable? I don't know.
Yeah. That's their farm system is what you're saying? No, but so you have to actually take a physical Scantron-style test. Like, hey, is...
God, the Catholic Church is behind shit. Like, they're still using Scantrons.
With number 2 pencil. So I had to take a test and do this. Mind you, should have... Red flag. We weren't compatible at all. I went through it, and I was like, damn, who knew that thing was right?
Yeah. Oh, it actually said you guys weren't compatible?
Yeah, it was like out of 100%, I think we were 15.
Oh.
Like,
are you telling me this church's science actually works?
It really worked there. It really fucking worked.
Turns out God knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I think should happen, honestly, is instead of doing that test, take the engaged couple that instead of that test, take them and the priest can follow them around on that. Because you can watch chaos ensue. You don't need kids to see
I don't know
this.
why that's so funny to me, but like just to have a priest like secretly watching you at a pumpkin patch, it seems like a horror movie. It seems like a scene out of a horror movie. You just see a guy with a white collar like looking around, watching you from behind.
It'd only
trees.
be scary if he came up to you like days before and he's like, "So you're going this Saturday? Yeah. Don't worry, I'll see you. You won't see me."
He's just in the fucking corn maze, like you just like. Ah!
You keep thinking you're seeing like white robes out of the periph. You're like, oh no!
Jesus Christ!
It would be terrifying. Yeah, you're getting out. You start hearing that. You're like, you know what? I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Dude, honestly, a haunted house that's all about commitment is so funny. Oh, that's fucking great. Yeah, but you're 100% right. And you're right. Like, every dude who goes there, it just seems like they're very much just, like, I just got to make it through it. They're just this is survival mode. And this is what I wanted to talk to you about, because I went to this pumpkin patch. We were having a good time. This pumpkin patch I went to, noticed the problem, right? 50% of their patrons were coming in most years going, I don't want to fucking be here, right? And they decided to take action and start adding things that men would like at the pumpkin patch.
Oh, so they got a sports bar.
Yes, partially.
Real, dude, you're
No,
fucking with me. I was just throwing out a bullshit.
They did a
example.
great thing here, Nathan. This is I was drawn to this. This is such a great attraction for dudes, and there's so many layers of why this attraction works. They.
I before you even get to it, I love the fact they added make your own alcohol area.
No, dude, it's even more. It's even simpler than just a bar and make your own alcohol.
Moonshine. You just go straight to the distillery.
They had a pumpkin cannon that you got to operate.
And you paid extra to have your spouse run around in front of you?
Yeah. But you basically
I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you.
Dude, they had a fully this is why this is so perfect, Nathan. You hear the first boom and you go, "What's that?" As a dude, if you hear a boom, a cannon
now,
boom.
is it a boom or is it a
No, it's a boom. You hear.
So it's not like a T-shirt cannon.
No, which I honestly thought would have been a cool fucking add-on. You just the kids but the cannon gas. You got to fucking catch a popfly pumpkin.
But if it's not a T-shirt cannon, because when you said pumpkin launch, I'm
launcher,
thinking those little ones.
Cannon.
Yeah, I know, but initially I was thinking those little ones. When you say cannon, now I'm thinking full size.
Dude, this is how Uncle Timmy turned a fucking propane tank into a smoker?
Yeah.
That's what they did. They took a giant propane tank and turned it into a fucking pumpkin cannon.
Okay.
And so you could go buy, there were different, they had the sizes, but they were full-size pumpkins. They'd obviously gone through and be like, okay, this one can fit in. But you go over and you pay per pumpkin to launch. And in a field, they had targets. They had horror movie characters, mannequins dressed up like Jason and Michael Myers and Freddy, and so you could and then you could tilt the cannon and aim it at these fucking things, and you boom and just launch it, and like a beacon, dude. The first time you hear that fucking cannon go off, you just saw all these dudes' necks snap like fucking chickens. What the fuck was that? And then they just start migrating towards it.
Nice.
And they were smart. You brought up sports bar, right next to it, fucking beer tent.
Nice.
Now was every guy paying to fucking do that? No, men, they're too cheap. They're gonna watch.
No, they're at the you're at the beer tent going $20 says he doesn't hit anything.
You're doing side bets, so that's why they're selling beer, and then they're also doing the other thing that men love to do, right? Which this is a homemade cannon. What do men love to do? They love to fuck. Every man thinks he's Tim Allen. More power. We're gonna just fuck with something and give it more power.
Yeah.
And every man sitting in there sipping on Coors Light, just going, "How do you think they fucking made that thing?" And then they're all just sitting there having the same conversation, trying to. They're not gonna go ask how it got made. They're all just gonna sit there and speculate how they made it.
Scientists, they're over there well, you know what? If you added enough gunpowder in the back in the small chamber.
Yeah, my brother, he mills his own rifles at home. I'm pretty sure I got an understanding of this.
Guys, I'm pretty sure I have a connection. I can get a Civil War cannon.
They're going home later that night, and they're like, babe, they got it fucking graphing paper and everything. I think I figured out how they did it, and I think I'm going to make one. Every dude started
Did you just draw over the blueprints for a new house? But it's a cannon.
But seriously, we could put a cannon in case the feds come. They're never going to suspect us for keeping pumpkins online. If we buy a whole truck of bowling balls, that's suspicious.
I am resetting what it means to stand your ground.
Yeah, dude, it was a beacon. And it's the perfect business model, right? You got so then all the men are distracted up there by the cannons. The kids are running around the corn maze, and then the moms are in the gift shop, and they can't be told not to buy something. It's the perfect crime.
Yeah, it really is. And if you're in the beer tent, you're with a bunch of guys from King of the Hill all watching it going,
Yep. The guy was 2 degrees too high on that one.
Who is this?